Hello ladies, so today I decided to film a get ready with me. I haven't filmed in a long time, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my makeup routine. And so let's get started. So what I've already done is started color correcting. I have some dark spots and pigmentation, so to correct that I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer and the Orange Corrector. So I'm just gonna, and what I've already done is wash my face. To wash my face I just use this Precision Beauty brush. I use this side and sometimes that side, but just mostly this side. And I use the Body Shop Pomegranate Softening Face Wash. I'm not sure how much I paid for this. Probably no more than like $6.99, and I got this one at Marshalls. So that's what I'm using right now. And then to moisturize and give my face, so it's not so dry, I use the, what is this? Measurable Difference Rose Hip Oil. And this is what it looks like. And it has the little dropper in the inside. I also got this one at Marshalls, and this one was $5.99. And also I'll be using as a setting spray and whatever else you would use, like a Fix Plus or anything else for. I also have the Pearlescence Rose Water, so I'll be using that one as well. I also got this one at Marshalls, and it was $5.99. So I'm just gonna get started and finish correcting wherever I feel like I need it. And I could get rid of the dark circles. I have dark circles, but they're not that dark, so I don't really have to put it there, but for video purposes I'm gonna put it there. And you could use a brush, you could use your finger. I'm just gonna use a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna pat it in, and I'm just using a little mirror. If you guys hear any, I don't own any rights to the music in the background. My sister is watching Love and Hip Hop, and she has it quite loud. So the next thing that I do is my brows, and I'm using right now a, what is this? This is an e.l.f. black felt tip liner, and I use this because it helps me to get the line of my brow a little more precise. So that's what I'm using right now. And I take my time with this because I'm one of those people who want my eyebrows to be twins and not sisters, even though they never are twins. So I take my time. Now, I don't really worry about mess ups or anything like that because I do correct them and shape them more when I say a lot, but I do shape them and correct them when I do the concealer. So I don't worry about messing up. So now that I have the shape of my brows, I am going to go ahead and go into my BH Cosmetics 3rd Edition 120 palette. And I am going to use this black color here and also this brown color here. And I'm going to fill my brows in a little. So I haven't made a makeup video, actually filming myself doing my routine, in a little over a year, and that is because I became a mother. December of last year. So I just been enjoying the life of being a mother. My daughter is now 10 months old, and eventually I will have her in a video, but right now, not yet. But eventually. And so right now what I'm doing is just filling my brows in to my liking. And what I do with the brown color, I add that to maybe like this part of my brow, so that it's not such a harsh brow. Like, I don't like the box look of my brow. I like a more gradient look. And usually I comb that out with a spoolie, which I cannot find right now. And I do have my makeup laid out, but I cannot find my spoolie. So I'm going to use just a clean little brush. So I take the brown and I add that to the front of my brow. So once you have the brown added to the front of your brow, you just blend everything together. On this part, I like to kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like scratch or something right there. And kind of like fade out the front so it's not like a boxy look. Okay, then after that, I will conceal the bottom part of my brow, and I'm using the Rimmel London Wake Me Up. What I do with that is I just take a little bit and I put it on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go with my brush. This is just a little brush. That's the e.l.f. brush, I believe. It's old concealer brush. This is my trusty dusty concealer brush. And what I'm going to do is just go under my brow. Now, usually with this part, this is when I would shape and take away excess or anything like that. And I do bring it down and blend. Not too far down, but I do bring it down. So it will look something like that. So once you have both brows done, I take a brush like this. This is just a double-ended blending brush, and I'm going to take the longer side and I'm going to blend that out underneath. And whatever excess that I have left on the brush, I take it to this part right here with a light hand. So after that, I take my foundation and I take what's in the cap. I am using Maybelline's Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I am in the color 360. What is it? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is take what's in the cap, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the bottom to the top. And once I do the bottom, I can kind of see what would need to be fixed. So I can see that this eyebrow is a little thicker in this area than this one. So I'm going to go back into my black eyeshadow, and I'm going to fix that. So I'm going to go into what I have in the cap. Use the back of my hand. go right on top. So once you've done both brows, then I do my foundation. And I just pour a little bit on the back of my hand. Ooh, that's a lot. Not that much, y'all. Because actually I don't need too much of it, and I don't like a heavy feeling. So I start about here, and first I pat it into my skin to give it a little bit of texture, and I blend down to my neck, y'all, because I don't want to be two different colors. So I blend to about that part of my neck, not all the way down, because you can see I have tattoos right there. I'm not trying to cover them. So I just pat it in. Make sure you get them ears, girl. Once I patted it into my liking, I'll start here, and in a circular motion, just buff it in. I guess I didn't have as much as I thought. So get a little bit more. If y'all hear that squeaking, it is my chair. Y'all know I have my little ratchet set up. Okay. So once I'm done with that, I move on to concealer. And to conceal, I am going to use the L'Oreal Paris 24-Hour Infallible Coverage. I'm not sure what the difference is between this one and the other one, but this is in the color 311 Cream Cafe. So this is the one I'm using. Back of my hand. And I am just going to that's my baby, if y'all can hear her. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender. I'm going to spray with my rose water and get it nice and damp. You don't want to use a dry one. I mean, if you do, that's your forte, but it's better to move around the product when you use a damp one. So I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and I'm going to just pat and blend in. I don't know why I make that face. It's like it helps. And I do go over my piercings. After I'm done with my makeup, I take a Q-tip, wet it, and then just wipe the makeup off of my piercings. Also, what I do is I take the brush that I used with my foundation so that I don't have white harsh lines right there. I just blend the concealer into so it looks a little more seamless. I have two powders that I'm going to be using today. They're both Mary Kay powders. For my foundation, for my powder all over powder, I'm going to use Mary Kay's Bronze 5. And to set my under eye, I am going to use Mary Kay's Beige 1. Not too much of it though, because I don't want a white cast. Yeah, so I'm working on editing, you guys. I'm working on learning how to properly edit my videos. Because I don't know, when I get started, I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I am not like one of them people that likes technology like that. So I am learning, you guys. I'm learning. But as of right now, this is my little get up. I've been getting a lot of questions like, when are you gonna get back on your YouTube, and when are you gonna start doing videos again? And so I decided to just work with what I got until I get a better setup and better editing done. So I'm going to take that same brush that I use for my foundation, or actually take a clean one if you can, and I'm just going to wipe it away. I don't bake it because I don't want, I barely want it to show. So with that same brush that I wiped it away with, I'm going to go into the darker powder. And these powders do have sifters in there that you can close and open. So I go on to what's in the top and I tap off the excess. I start here on the sides of my nose. And I even go over the areas that I had my highlight powder. Because again, I don't like it to be too harsh. So I just go over that really lightly. So once I'm done with that, I move on to my eyes. And I'm trying not to make this video long, you guys. But once I'm done with that, I move on to my eyes. So to prime my eyes, I use the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I have 2 of them. Right now I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to be going into my BH Cosmetics 120 palette again. And I'm going for like a fall look. So I'm going on the lid with a yellow tone color. Okay, so next I am going to, for a transition color, I'm going to use MAC Brown Script, which is my favorite eyeshadow. And I'm going to put that in my crease. And halfway through my makeup, I go ahead and I spray my face so that I can see what I'm working with and it's not so chalky looking to me. So I'm going to go into my BH Cosmetic palette, the 120 3rd edition palette. And I am going to, let's see what color. I'm going to go into these two shades right here, which, I don't know, they're not coming up, the actual color on camera. And I am going to use a flat brush to apply both colors. Or actually, I'm going to go ahead and use a blending brush. And I am going to spray the brush. So I'm just going to use my finger because I feel like I will get the pigmentation that I'm looking for. So with the second color, I'm going to go over the first color and I'm going to pack it onto my lid. And y'all, my daughter, she is glued to my hip. So it is so hard to film or something because she does not like somebody else watching her. I have my twin sister watching her right now and she is in there having a fit. So with my finger, I'm going to go into this color. I'm laughing my ratchet nails, y'all. So back into my brown script and I'm just going to blend it out. And I'm going to take it up to my brow bone. And next I'm going to go on top of that with a more orange tone color. So I'm going to go into this color here. And I'm just going to pat lightly. Blend. So once I'm done with that, I am going to go on to the lower lash, back into my brown script. With any fallout, I'll take just a clean brush and just gently wipe away. Which there are eyeshadow guards for that. And you can just place it on the bottom of your eye and it'll catch it. So once I've done that to both under eyes, I'm going to go into my palette again. I'm going to go in with this darker red color. And I'm going to go over my brown script. And I'm just using a pencil brush. Y'all see that? Ratchet. And I'm going to go into the color next to it, which is a little bit of a brighter red. So far we're looking like this. Next, I'm going to go into my lash line. So off camera, I went into my lash line with Jordana Jumbo Pencil, and this is in, I don't know what color. I've had this for so long, I can't even tell y'all. It's a brown color though, looks like that. I'm going to put on some lip balm. And this is just Blistex. And, what is this? Orange mango. Tastes good too, y'all. So next I'm going to contour. And to contour, I use an e.l.f. contour brush. And I use a Black Radiance powder in Rich Mahogany. I wish my lighting was a little better so that you guys can see better what I'm doing. So after I go in with that, I also use my brown script for contouring. Gonna go in with a different brush, and I'm gonna use my brown script and just follow the same steps that I did with the other. And I'm just gonna pull the camera closer up so that you guys can see. Now, right now, I'm using my phone to film, and for some reason with my front camera, I'm unable to zoom in, but I know if I would have used my back camera, I would be able to zoom in so you guys can see me better. I'm going to take the same brush that I've been using for blending with the brown script. I'm going to go and contour my nose. After I've applied it, I just use my finger to blend it out. And for blush, I'm using MAC's Raisin, which looks almost just like brown script, but a little more red bricker tone to it. And next I'm going to go into an Ulta palette, contour kit palette, and I'm going to use Radiance highlighter, which is up here. And I'm going to use my cute little fishy brush. And I'm going to give a subtle highlight, not too much. Yes, girl. I don't want to look like I have a white cast. So the next thing I do is spray my face. And I'm going to give you guys a close-up so you can see what's going on here. And the next thing that I'm going to do is apply a lip color. I'm going to use that same Jordana. And I'm going to put that on my lips. I might use something over it. We'll see. But I put a lip balm down because it's very drying at times. And because I don't want it as dark as it usually is when you don't use anything under it. So on top of that, I'm going to go in with Nicki Minaj's Viva Glam for MAC. And all I do after this, you guys, is lashes and a winged eyeliner. So I hope you guys enjoyed my get ready with me, or whatever you want to call that. Trying to get back into this. This video is really long already, y'all, and I told y'all I'm not great with editing, so I'm gonna end it here. I will probably post a picture along with the video so you guys can see the full finished look. And I thank you all for watching. I thank you all that subscribe and take your time to comment. Wish me luck on learning how to edit, you guys. But I love you. I thank you all for watching, and I will be back soon.